Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Corina. I'm one budgeting wifey here on YouTube. I'm a full-time working wife and mama of one little boy, and today I'm going to share with you guys how I meal plan and what I do each week to make sure we're eating up the food that we already have on hand. Let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright guys, so it is the day after our son's birthday party, so meal planning this week is a little bit different. I don't have to plan for lunches because we're basically just going to be eating leftovers from the party. It's also a little bit of a weird week because my husband has VBS that he'll be running at our church all week, and so he's actually not going to be home for dinners, and I probably won't really be either. So what I'm going to share with you are things that I'm either going to make ahead or I'll come home and just be eating myself and Elias, our son. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we pulled out of our freezer. We do also have a couple other things that I'll go through and tell you that we're going to have on the sides. I just didn't pull them out, like vegetables and things like that. So let's take a look at the food that we have right now. Okay friends, so this is a look inside my planner. I have this little sheet that is for meal planning, and if you don't have something like this, feel free to just use a piece of paper. You can use a whiteboard. I like to also write our meals down on our family calendar. That is like a whiteboard calendar so that my husband knows what we're planning to have for dinner each night. But I like this because it has, well, number one, I can take it with me, but it also has places for breakfast, what we're doing for lunches, and then snacks as well. So it's really handy for that. And I'll usually use this, and then I'll make a grocery list if I have to buy anything extra. So this week I'm not buying anything extra. We're just eating what we have on hand. So for breakfast ideas, we're just going to be doing shakes. I've been doing Slim Fast shakes and like coffee in the morning, and then my husband has breakfast sandwiches that are in the freezer that he's been having for breakfast. And then for lunches, we're going to do burrito bowls to eat up the leftovers from our son's birthday party. So let's get into the dinners. So the first dinner that we have is 3-cheese chicken pasta, and I'll probably do like some garlic bread on the side with that. Tuesday is going to be burgers and chips. Wednesday we'll have leftovers, so whatever kind of extra we have, probably from Monday's dinner, will be leftovers on Wednesday. Thursday we're going to do meatballs and cauliflower bake and veggies. Friday will be pizza. Saturday we're going to be out with family, and then Sunday we'll be out with some friends. So we're going to eat out on Sunday, and then Saturday we'll either have something like at my mother-in-law's, or we'll come home and eat. So I'm not quite sure how long we'll be out on Saturday, but that's the plan. So this is the food that we pulled out of the freezer. So this is a 3-cheese chicken pasta meal. We've had one of these before. It was like a garlic one, and I really liked it. It's super simple. You just need one skillet. You make it in the skillet. It just cooks up in a couple minutes, and it's done. I mean, it's so easy, and it has a lot of veggies in it, which I really like, and the chicken is nice and moist. So this is really good. I got these at Walmart, and this will feed my husband and I probably 2 meals, which is why I said it'd be great for a leftover meal also. This is something also that I have made in the morning and just let it cool as I got ready for work and put it in the fridge, and then we had it for dinner that night. So it's something that I can do ahead of time and make sure that it's ready to go and not something that I have to cook that night. And then moving on to our meatballs. These are again from Walmart too. I do most of our grocery shopping at Walmart, just so you know. So these are turkey meatballs, so I'm just going to make meatballs in the oven. And then we have this cauliflower cheddar and bacon bake. So it's really tasty and so easy. So you just microwave this, throw these in the oven, and then I'll do some steamed veggies on the side. We have, I think, broccoli in the freezer right now. And then moving on to our burgers. These are bacon and cheddar beef patties. They're really tasty. They're similar to like Carl's Jr. style burger. They're really good. So we usually just eat like one of these each for dinner, but we'll do this. We have hamburger buns already. We have chips in the pantry, so that will be good to go. And then we can do a side of different veggies that we have on hand too if we want something like that. And then lastly, we just have our pizza. So we just get the DiGiorno. This is cheese stuffed crust, which is my absolute favorite. But we usually keep frozen pizza on hand because we like to have pizza at least one night of the weekend because it's just so easy and it feels like a little bit of a treat. It's not something that I have to stand over and watch it as it cooks. So that's the food that we're having. All right, friends, so that is our meal plan and the different meals that we're going to have this week. We honestly can eat out of our freezer and pantry for a while, so I'm probably going to be doing this style of video and not really going to the grocery store very much for a little bit here. The only things we'll need to get at the grocery store are like milk and eggs and things like that, so kind of fill in items and like produce, stuff like that, to just kind of supplement what we already have. But I'm kind of been toying around with the idea of getting rid of our large freezer in our garage, which means that we'd have to eat through all of that food and most of the food in our inside freezer before we went to the grocery store for, to buy like frozen items, because we have a lot in that freezer and I just feel like it's kind of a waste. It's not a waste of food or a waste of like resources necessarily, but I buy more food than we actually need. So I'll buy things because I know we have the storage space in the freezer, and I'm okay with buying extra food because I know I can put it in the freezer and we'll eat it later. But I would almost rather just buy what we need for either a week or even 2 weeks at a time and have it in our fridge inside rather than having that outside freezer. And I know that it costs, a little extra in power and, for our like utility costs a little bit for the freezer outside also. So it just, I don't know, it's something that I'm leaning with, I'm toying around with. We wouldn't get rid of the freezer necessarily, we'd probably just like unplug it and see how that goes for a while. Honestly, the reason that we even wanted the freezer was because we were buying meat in bulk with Zaycon Fresh, which is no longer in operation. So we were buying like 20 pounds of chicken at a time, or however they were sold. So we needed the space because you can't fit that in like a normal freezer. So we needed the space at that time, and so it was great, but now they're out of business. We're not buying meat in bulk anymore, so it just doesn't make sense to have a freezer because, like I said, I'm just buying extra food and putting it there because I know we have the space. So it's an idea I'm playing around with, to be continued as far as that goes, but I hope this has been helpful to see what we're planning to eat for the week and how we use food that's already in our freezer rather than spending extra money at the grocery store. So thanks for watching, guys. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a single video from me, and I will